विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मच परिवाकाचार्य आचार्य श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की इस्कन फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मच परिवाकाचार्य आचार्य श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामाकुंद राधाकुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की गंगा माँ यमुना माई की प्रोपार ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की प्रोपार ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड गौरांग ऑल ग्लोरीज टू शिला प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की Hare Krishna. Welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are discussing on Canto 4, Chapter 12, Text 27. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now let's recite shloka. Etad bimana prabharam. Etad bimana prabharam. Uttama shloka maulina. Upastipitam ayusman. Adirodum tam arhase. Etad bimana prabharam. Uttama shloka maulina. Upastita pitam ayusman. Adirodum tam arhase. Etad bimana prabharam. Uttama shloka maulina. Upastapitam ayusman. Adhirodum tam arhase. Prabhus. Etad bimana prabharam. Uttama shloka maulina. Uttama shloka maulina. Agika harvesman. Harvase. Etad bimana prabharam. Uttama shloka maulina. Ayusman. Adirodum tamarase. Mataji. Etad bimana prabharam. Uttama shloka maulina. Upastapitam ayusman. Adirodum tamarase. Etad bimana Hamashloka maulina. Adirodum tamarase. Etad bimana prabharam. Maulina. Upastapitam ayusman. Adirodum tam arhase. Let's go to meaning. Etat. This. Vimana, airplane, Prabharam, unique, Uttama Sloka, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maulina, by the head of all living entities, Upastapitam, Saint, Ayusman, O Immortal One, Adhirodum, to board, Tuam, you, Arhase, Ar Orte. Now let's go to translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. O Immortal One, this unique airplane has been sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by selected prayers and who is the chief of all living entities. You are quite worthy to board such a plane. Purport. According to astronomical calculation, along with the Pole star there is another star, which is called Sisumara, where Lord Vishnu, who is in charge of the maintenance of this material world, resides. Sisumara or Dhruvalok can never be reached by anyone but the Vaishnavas, as will be described by the following slokas. The associates of Lord Vishnu brought the special airplane for Dhruva Maharaj and then informed him that Lord Vishnu had specially sent this airplane. The Vaikuntha airplane does not move by mechanical arrangement. There are three processes for moving in outer space. One of the processes is known to the modern scientists. It is called Kapota Bayu. Ka means outer space and Pota means ship. There is a second process also called Kapota Bayu. Kapota means pigeon. One can train pigeons to carry out into outer space. The third process is very subtle. It is called Akasha Padana. This Akasha Padana system is called material. Just as the mind can fly anywhere one likes without mechanical arrangement, so the Akasha Padana airplane can fly at the speed of mind. Beyond this Akasha Padana system is the Vaikuntha process, which is completely spiritual. The airplane sent by Lord Vishnu to carry Dhruva Maharaj to Sisumara was a completely spiritual transcendental airplane. Material scientists can neither see such vehicles nor imagine how they fly in the air. The material scientist has no information about the spiritual sky, although it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, Parastasmattu Bhavavanna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Saksurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vansakalpa Tarubhasya Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Again, Hare Krishna and welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, like the sunshine, it provides D3 energy. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam provides 3D energy to us, everyone. So the first D is detachment. As being a condition, so we are in this material world since time immemorial. So we are too much attached to this material world. So when we come in touch of Srimad Bhagavatam, so when we read Srimad Bhagavatam very proper mode, then it gives us detachment actually. It gives us Vairagya, Gyan and Vairagya. So the only way to be detached from this material world is to read Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is the Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the Vedas and all the Puranas. So Vedavyas wrote all the 4 Vedas, 18 Puranas, but still he was not satisfied in his mind. Then his spiritual master Narada Muni instructed, suggested him to write Srimad Bhagavatam, the glories of Lord. Then only after writing Srimad Bhagavatam, then Vyasadeva he was satisfied in his heart actually. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the Vedas and Puranas. So by reading Srimad Bhagavatam in a proper mode, by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam in a proper mode, then we get detachment actually. And the second D is devotional service. If one reads all the cantos, everything of Srimad Bhagavatam, even first canto, even uh, little portion of the Srimad Bhagavatam, then one come to the conclusion that Srimad Bhagavatam is all about devotional service to the Lord. From first canto to up to 12 canto, Srimad Bhagavatam talks about devotional service, talks about what is bhakti, how to perform bhakti, what is the essence of our goal, what is the essence of our religion, what is the duty of mankind. See, everything, Srimad Bhagavatam gives the answer for everything, gives the answer for all the solution, all the doubts of our life. So it provides the devotional service. So when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we come to the conclusion that devotional service is the one and only goal of the life. So Srimad Bhagavatam, the second day is devotional service, and the third day is determination. Determination. And without determination, we can't perform devotional service in a nice way. Let's say we come to the conclusion that Supreme Personality Godhead, the devotional service is the one and only way of life. But if we don't have determination, then we can't perform devotional service. So determination and enthusiasm is the main thing needed to do devotional service. So determination and enthusiasm comes when we associate with the devotees. Actually, when you associate with the worldly people, when you associate with the non-devotees, then we will lose the inspiration, we will lose the determination, we will lose the enthusiasm to do devotional service. So we should always try to associate with the devotees. We should always surround ourselves in the association of devotees. So when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we come to the importance of association with the devotees. Then when we associate with devotees, when we do our sadhana, when we perform it in a nice way, very sincerely and strictly, then we get that determination. So like sunshine provides D3 energy, like Srimad Bhagavatam provides D3 energy. So first is detachment, second is devotion service, and third is determination. So determination. So here now Dhruva Maharaj is going to board the spiritual plane. Nanda and Sunanda, who are the associates of Lord Vishnu, they have come to take Dhruva Maharaj in a spiritual plane. So how is that possible? Actually, Dhruva Maharaj, first when he was a child at the age of 5 years, he went to the forest with the material desire. So what was that material desire? To get the kingdom more bigger than his father and forefather. That was his material desire. Then he went to the forest. He met Narada Muni. So Narada Muni, said, "You are just a small boy of 5 years old. So this is not your age to search for God. This is your age to play marbles, play hide and seek. This is your way, not the age for looking God. So what you do better, my child? Better you go to home. So after you become young, after you become more mature, then you come to the forest to look for God. So for now you go to forest. For now you go to your home. But Dhruva Maharaj, he was so determined, because he was a Kshatriya, he was so determined. He said, no, I'm here to find the God. Until and unless I found Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, I won't go back to my home. So he was so determined. So like Dhruva Maharaj, we have to be very determined in our bhakti. Actually, when we do bhakti, we are in this material world. Many sometimes difficulties may come. Sometimes provocation situations may come. Sometimes life won't go as we have planned. But any situation of life, whether favorable or unfavorable, we have to continue doing devotional service with full determination, because this is material world. Anything can happen. Even life is not certain in this material world. So we have to perform devotional service. We have to do sadhana with the sense of urgency. Actually, sense of urgency, because life is not certain. Parikshit Maharaj, he came to know that he had 7 days of life, but we don't know. We can die at any moment. Like Kharanga Maharaj, he had just little moment of life left. Then what he did? He renounced everything and he went to the forest to do tapasya. So what is the use of such a prolonged life? without Krishna consciousness. Or tree, it stands for thousands of years in one place, but without being Krishna consciousness. What is the use of that? Or Kharanga Maharaj, he had just a moment left in his life, then he became fully Krishna consciousness. So that should be our only, that should be our only inspiration of our life, to remember Krishna, to remember Radha Gopinath at all time, because life is untouched and anything can happen at any time. Like, Dhruva Maharaj, he was very determined. So even Narada Muni, even Narada Muni told him to go back to home. He did not. That point, Narada Muni was testing actually how sincere Dhruva Maharaj was. Like, sometimes, devotees, they don't get initiation for many years actually, many years. So that is the test actually. That is a test to check, is that devotee really sincere to get the initiation? Is that devotee really really sincere that he can do bhakti, he can do sadhana whole life? Like, that is the test period. Some devotees, they wait for many years actually. That is the test period. But we should not lose hope. We should just pray to Krishna, just pray to Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada will arrange everything to make our to make our bhakti goes in a right way. And Dhruva Maharaj, he was so determined. Then Dhruva Maharaj, he went to forest. So Narada Muni instructed Narada Muni, seeing the sincerity, seeing the determination of Dhruva Maharaj. So he told him to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya and worship the form of the Lord. Then Dhruva Maharaj, followed the instruction of Narada Muni. Then he made one beautiful form of the Lord, and he worshipped that form, and he chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Like, Dhruva Maharaj got the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya from the Narada Muni, and he made his life perfect. Similarly, we have got the beautiful mantra from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj. What is that mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like Dhruva Maharaj, made his life perfect by chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which he had got from his spiritual master. We have also got nice mantra from our spiritual master, from Prabhupada, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can make our life perfect. Then Dhruva Maharaj, after few months of tapasya and after few months of devotional service, he saw Lord Vishnu. He saw Lord Vishnu. He got the darshan of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu, instructed him to rule this world for thousands of years. Then ultimately he will come back to God. Like that, Lord Vishnu said to him. And at one point of time, Dhruva Maharaj had a fight with Akshas, because Akshas killed his brother Uttama. Then Dhruva Maharaj, he had a fight with Akshas, and at one point during the fighting time, he was almost losing actually. He was almost losing the battle. Then he remembered the Narayanastra he had got as a gift. Then before using that Narayanastra, first he did Achaman. In that in that time live and die moment, he did not forget the etiquette of, he did not forget any etiquette. So before using that Narayanastra, he first did Achaman, and then only used Narayanastra. So similarly, we have to be in any situation of life. We have to remember our duty. We have to remember our the mercy of Prabhupada. We have to remember that we have to do bhakti in a nice way. So like similarly, the Dhruva Maharaj has got Narayanastra. We have also got Narayanastra for this Kali Yuga. So that Narayanastra is Hare Krishna Mahamantra given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Dhruva Maharaj, he used the Narayanastra. Then he killed Akshas. He killed Akshas actually. Similarly, by using the Narayanastra we have got from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can defeat Maya. We can take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We can take shelter of Radha Gopinath actually. And here now in this in translation, so here Nanda and Sunanda, the personal associates of Lord Vishnu, they are there to take Dhruva Maharaj to the spiritual world. So in that moment, Dhruva Maharaj, as soon as he saw the spiritual airplane, he didn't get in the airplane quickly. So first, what he did, he take the bath, then he worshipped the airplane, and he circumambulated the airplane, and he offer obeisances to all the saintly person who were present there. Then only he get into the plane actually. Like I was thinking, if I was in that place, I will have quickly get into that airplane. But Dhruva Maharaj, he was very elevated personality actually. So he remember his duty. He remember everything. He remember his religious duties, everything. Then only he get into the airplane. Similarly, we from Dhruva Maharaj we can learn. We have to be very sincere. We have to be very dedicated. We have to be very enthusiastic in any situation, in any situation of life. Any situation of life. So this should be our mode. That should be our that should be our inspiration. So here in the purport, Prabhupada is saying the Vaikuntha airplane does not move by mechanical arrangement. So we can't even imagine how the spiritual airplane is. It is beyond our material imagination. So if we do bhakti sincerely, then at the end of our life we will be able to see that airplane. So there are three processes for moving in outer space. One of the process is known to the modern scientists. It is called kapota bio. Ka means outer space, pota means shape. So here kapota bio, this is like a rocket. Like scientists use a rocket to go into the outer space. Like this is Prabhupada is here mentioning is the rockets. So there is second process also called kapota bio. Kapota means pigeon. One can train pigeons to carry one into the outer space. So here in this earth also, like before telephone, before telegram, before the phones were introduced. So people they used to use pigeons to carry messages from one place to another actually. So how it used to work is, let's say there is A person and B person. Let's say if B person wants to send message to the A person, then what from A person the pigeon need to be first sent to the B person actually. So B person, then B person they write something in paper, or they send some light they tie some light paper in the neck or in the leg of the pigeon, and they used to send to the one person. This is like a one-way communication actually. Pigeons they are very expert in remembering their home actually, So let's say you train a pigeon in one home, then you take pigeon mile away distance, and you left the pigeon. Still the pigeon will go back to his home. He remembers where is my home, like that he remembers. So before pigeons were used to pass messages from one place to another. During the time of old war also the pigeons were used to pass messages from one camp to another, because in World War because there the thing is there is danger if one wants to pass message from one place to another. Other enemy, other party can know through they can track the message if they send by devices. So that's why they used to use pigeons. So they used to if they want to send a message from camp 1 to camp 1 or different camps, so they used to take the help of pigeon, because pigeon they can remember their home. They can remember where they were trained. Even though you left the pigeon miles away, they will still come back. So so from the pigeon we can learn the lesson actually. Our home is in spiritual world, our home is in Golok Vrindavan, but we are even pigeon or small bird can remember his home, but we as being a human being, we have forgotten our home. We have forgotten that our real home is in spiritual world. Our real home is in Vaikuntha. Our real home is in Goloka Vrindavan. So that's why we should try. We have got this human body. We should try ourselves to go back to God in this lifetime, not next time, not after 2 life, not after 3 life. In this lifetime. It's just a matter of few years actually. So let's say you are 25 years old now. So if you think like, oh, if you say like last life, you think like, oh, there is a very long way. Just before 25 years of age, you have a different body just 25 years before. And Kali Yuga Jivas, even it is predicted that Kali Yuga Jivas live for 100 years of old, but we don't live for 100 years old. Let's say 70 years, you live for 70 years, you are already 25 now. So after 35 years, after 35 years, you will get different types of body. Forget about next life and previous life. It's just a matter of few years only. So what type of body you want after 35 years, it's up to you. It's up to you. You want to make your life perfect in this life, or after many births? It's up to you. Up to you. If you practice devotional service, if you practice bhakti, being very sincere, following everything what Prabhupada has told us to do, then we can go back to God in this lifetime. We don't have to wait for next life. And next life, Shastras, it has clearly said, even if we have little material desires, we can't go back. We can't go to the spiritual world. We can go back. Like just recently, there was Prabhupada disappearance day, and there was a beautiful offering made by Bhavananda Prabhu, and he was said the same thing. The Shastras clearly said that even if you have little material desires, you can't go back to Godhead. But if you become faithful to Srila Prabhupada, if you do if you practice bhakti in a sincere way, even though you are not fully purified, then Prabhupada will take us back to Godhead. I got big hope actually from his offering. Because we are we have so much contamination in our mind, we have so much contamination in our heart. Even though we can during the chanting time, we can't chant our lungs properly. We fell asleep, our mind runs here and there. We can chant even 16 rounds properly, So but if you are trying our best, if you are trying best from your side, being faithful, being chaste to Srila Prabhupada, then he will take us back to Godhead. So Prabhupada will take us back to Godhead. So we should fully surrender to Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. We should have to fully surrender to the mission of Srila Prabhupada actually, Srila Prabhupada, because Prabhupada is at the age of 70, he went to USA for preaching, for making people Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada was living in Vrindavan. Most of the devotees, 99% devotees, their goal is to leave their body at Vrindavan. They in old days they want to go to Vrindavan and they want to live there. But Srila Prabhupada, he saw the people suffering in the other part of the country, other part of the world. He saw the people suffering in the people outside Vrindavan. He saw the people suffering in Western countries. That's why he decided, he felt the pain of the suffering of the people. That's why he went to USA at the age of 70. He faced a lot of problems. So when he was in shape, so when he was in cargo, he had like heart attack, 2-3 heart attacks, two or three, two. He had 2 heart attacks. So if I was in that place, I should have, I would have returned back actually. But Prabhupada, he went to the America. He didn't know anything. He didn't know anyone there. But he completely surrendered on the plan of Krishna, and he kept going. He kept going. He faced many difficulties. He didn't know anyone. There was not even a single person who knew about Krishna. Still, he didn't give the he started from hippies. He make hippies happy just by giving them Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we should also we should have to also try best from your side to make people Krishna consciousness. So only maybe we are 20-30 here in this class. So hardly how many devotees are there in Sydney. But maximum more than almost 2/3 of the population of the Sydney, more than 2/3 of the population of Sydney, they don't know anything about Krishna. They don't know anything. They are suffering, not knowing the goal of human life. Not knowing the goal of human life. People are just running after material things. material designations, material possessions, not knowing, Krishna is their only position. Krishna being the part, being the servant of Krishna is the only designation, only goal of life. They don't know these kind of things. So it's our duty, it's our duty to give them Krishna consciousness. Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada also wanted this. That's why, Mahaprabhu came in this world. That's why Prabhupada, started this Krishna consciousness movement. Krishna consciousness movement. That's why, Prabhupada gave the name Krishna consciousness movement. Move and distribute books. Movement, not like sit in one place, do your bhajan, do your sadhana, not like that. Movement, Krishna consciousness movement. This movement should go on. This movement, should go from one place to another. This movement should go everywhere. That's why Prabhupada gave Krishna consciousness movement. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj has also said in one lecture, those who don't, those devotees, who don't go out for preaching, who don't go out for Sankirtan, they haven't understood the real meaning of Krishna consciousness movement. Actually, Tamal Krishna, very bold statement he gave. So we should try best from your side. We may have, we might have material conditioning. We have, our mind always try to become cozy. We just want to be, very comfortable. But we should have to get out from this comfort zone. We should try to, we should try to be from the comfort zone, and we should give our best to serve Srila Prabhupada mission because preaching, book distribution is the heart of Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, ISKCON is my body and preaching, book distribution is my heart. So Prabhupada will be very happy if we try to give best from your side, because it's up to us, whether we want to take that credit or not. If we don't do, then someone will do. So better, you do by yourself and you take the credit. And one time, one devotee asked, so Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was a very elevated, acharya, but why did not he spread Krishna consciousness in a large scale? Like one devotee asked. Prabhupada said, because Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he wanted to give credit to all of us sitting there. Like that, Prabhupada replied. So credit is there. It's up to us whether we want to take that credit or not. If we go out for Sankirtan, then we get that credit. If we don't go out for Sankirtan, then we won't get that credit. Someone will take away. And that person won't give you any credit. He won't share anything. So we should take the mission of Prabhupada as our life and soul. Because, we since time immemorial, we have been, rotting in this material world, not knowing the goal of human life. But, by reading the books of Srila Prabhupada, we have come to know that this is the ultimate goal of life. So this is ultimate goal of my life. So this will be our goal of my life. That's we come to the conclusion by reading Prabhupada books. So it's our duty to give the message of Prabhupada to the others who don't know the goal of life. So in this way we can make our life perfect, and we can make the life perfect of other people also. So this will be our only goal, only one and only goal of our life, to to serve in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. So I just want to share one beautiful story. Maybe in my last class also I have shared, but I feel incomplete without sharing this story. This class incomplete without sharing this story. So this is the story of one devotee from Russia. Her name Radhakund Mataji. She was a she distributed Prabhupada books throughout her life actually. And she thought at the last moment of life, she thought maybe I should go to Vrindavan, then I should leave my body there. Like she felt, and when she started reading in Vrindavan actually. So in one day in a dream, so one Babaji came in her dream, and that Babaji said, so what do you do? I give you in the dream, Babaji gave one mantra to her, and Babaji said in dream, so you chant this mantra every day You go to Radha Kund, you chant this mantra every day, then you will get the ultimate, you will get the ultimate goal of life. You will go back to God like that. Mataji also thought maybe, big, Babaji, a very elevated devotee has came in my dream. Maybe he was true like that. She was, she was, chanting mantra, going to Radha Kund every day. And one day, Prabhupada came on her dream. Prabhupada came on her dream. Prabhupada came in a dream and looked at her, very seriously, very seriously, very seriously, and took her hand. Prabhupada hold her hand and said, "Let's go," like that. Prabhupada said, and Prabhupada, and she went with him. She went with Prabhupada in her dream. Prabhupada was holding her hand, and Prabhupada, took her to all the places of Vrindavan. Prabhupada took to all the places of Vrindavan, like Govardhan, like all the places. He started from ISKCON temple, and he took her to all the places of Vrindavan. So finally, Prabhupada took her to Radha Kund. Prabhupada took her to Radha Kund. Even after reaching Radha Kund, Prabhupada didn't stop. And Prabhupada, after reaching Radha Kund, Prabhupada said, "Let's enter into the waters of Radha Kund and let's go very deep," like that. Prabhupada said, and Prabhupada took her inside the water of Radha Kund, and there, Mataji was saying, beautiful picture of Prabhupada, and that Mataji was saying, there was a big table in the depth of the Radha Kund, and there were, hundreds and millions of books in different languages, actually translated by Prabhupada. There was many books, hundreds, thousands and millions of books in the table inside the Radha Kund. In different languages, Nepali, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, English, every different languages, there were books in different languages, actually. And there were, many suffering souls, who were crying. We were crying. Prabhupada was distributing books inside the Radha Kund, and suffering souls were crying, "Give me one, give me one, give me one," like that. All the souls, they were asking for books. They were crying. They were saying, "Give me book, give me that book, give me that Nepali Bhagavad Gita, give me that Telugu Bhagavad Gita," like that. They were asking. Suffering souls were asking for the books. And Prabhupada was distributing book to all the suffering souls. And as soon as they got the book, their material body changed to spiritual body, and they went back to Godhead. They went back to Godhead. And Prabhupada and Mataji was just looking, actually. That Mataji was just looking, and Prabhupada looked at her and said, "What are you worth? How much longer are you going to stand? When are you going to start helping me distribute books? How do you not understand that distribution of my books is the very heart of Radha Kund? This is where the heart of Srimati Radharani dwells. If you really want to receive Srimati Radharani's grace, share my books until the last breath." So till now, Mataji is distributing the books, actually. So she that's what Prabhupada wants to give us. So we can please Srimati Radharani by distributing books. We can please Radha Gopinath by distributing Srila Prabhupada books, actually. Because it is the heart of Prabhupada, it is the heart of Srimati Radharani, it is the heart of Radha Gopinath. So we should try our best to spread the mission of Srila Prabhupada. We should try to distribute the books of Prabhupada. So in that way, we can please Prabhupada, we can please Radha Gopinath in the highest degree, actually. So it's already 8:45, so I want to end here. Anybody, any question, any comments? Okay, thank you for attending the class. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महानयन की, गौर निताय की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।